And to finish off the 16-bit Street Fighters, we've pulled out the Genesis and the Mega Drive versions. Again, the Genesis version is using, I believe, the same artist that did the Super Nintendo Street Fighters, and the Japanese used, once again, a picture that's worth framing in a museum.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Big Mike on this one.
Oh.
So, to me, both of these are a mixed bag of good and bad. Street Fighter 2 Plus Championship Edition, Bison, or in this version Vega, looks awesome. There's not much that could be said about him. Is it Vega? Or is it?
It's Vega, yeah.
Alright, cool. But Ryu, on the other hand, looks like he's taken one too many punches and something's going on with that eye in the dark, and I doubt they were alluding to Evil Ryu from games many years later. Now, good and bad with the Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. Guy looks pretty cool. You know, again, really good detail of muscle. The hair's lame in a certain way, but then again, it almost looks more feasible, kind of getting that more realistic look. And it puts us within one of the stages, which is Guile's stage with the jet and the breaking the boxes. The fail of this one, of course, is Bison, who looks like an absolute tool.
With the giant overbite buck teeth.
Oh, I'm gonna somersault kick you. Well, come here, boy. Let me beat you with a heel stomp.
And here we have Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the 3DO. This is actually the cover that probably most of our viewers in America are very familiar with. The giant menacing picture of Akuma, the 6-button controller offer, which I ordered and subsequently sold. It was the most awkward controller in the world to use. Wrist cramps like crazy. It was absolutely terrible. But here's this, and this is a fantastic cover. I do love this cover. Very menacing picture. But what our American viewers will not know, Canada actually got a different box art. This is the art they used for the Canadian version, which came out a little bit after it was released in the US. This is all the original concept art used here in this checker pattern, which, as much as I love this cover, I have to admit, the Canadian cover is absolutely gorgeous.
And as you can see here, you have Akuma, which is the same picture, but it's more of a rougher, earlier version of this picture over here. And as Big Mike was saying, absolutely fantastic. This was my first experience with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on 3DO. A friend of mine was the only person I knew that had a 3DO, and he had this game, and even though I'm pretty sure we played on that crappy 3-button controller, we still had an absolute blast with this game. So when Big Mike showed me this one, I was absolutely floored. So one of those things where very rare that Canada and US get different covers. The only other time we can really think of it offhand is UFC Undisputed 2009.
And to answer everyone's question, I was working at a video game store when this came out, and I bought this one first because we got the American version first. Then yes, sadly, when the Canadian art was released a few months later, I rebought it again back when this game was $99 Canadian. So to answer your questions, yes, I am a complete loser. Thank you.
Big Mike spent $100 plus tax for a box.
And in the end, folks, everything does turn out right. Capcom eventually did learn their lesson with the Street Fighter covers, and here's proof: the Street Fighter collection art.
Let's be honest, if you're going to release a product that comes from a country, have packaging that kind of reflects it. And as you can see, this may or may not be Japanese, this may be udon. At the end of the day, it's fabulous art and really captures the essence of Street Fighter, which is perfect considering this is the Street Fighter collection. You know, having the other covers that we covered before is kind of like having Unstrumpf, the Smurfs, in New York. Balls. Street Fighter rocks. Crap.